or anything, but
All right, so just so everybody knows, we're gonna create a whole playlist series of us just talking. We're just gonna be talking about whatever, like
just chatting,
hanging out, whatever. There's not gonna be any main topic. We're gonna just talk about whatever. But Jake, let me ask you.
Yeah.
How did your week go?
The tables turned. My week was good. You know, actually, I've been meaning to talk about something that I want your insight on that I need to work on, and I think you noticed this too.
What?
When we have something big that's going to happen, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I find myself losing track of getting work done because all I can think about is that one deal. Have you had that? Like, what do you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, I don't know.
From my experience, in my mind, I go, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I try not to, and they call it putting all your eggs in one basket. I try not to do that.
Yeah.
Because I've had massive deals that make even the one that you're talking about look okay. I've had massive deals where I, had a couple contacts in New York City, and I was like, I need your help on this.
What are you talking about? Like an M a month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Huge. And, there was something, the company decided, okay, we're going to do this in-house. Something simple. But like stuff like that, like I don't like to put all my eggs in that basket. I like to still be networking, making contacts, making connections.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying.
It's just I'm definitely working with, I've worked on it. I'm still getting shit done. I'm not going to stop because, I honestly, I need to work and I enjoy this stuff that I do.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm not doing it, I'm barely doing anything because it's overcome my life and I like it that way. But when I do have something big that's going to happen, all I can think about is that fucking day. You know how like when you were younger or even now when you have like, let's say you have something you're really excited about that's next Tuesday, right? All you're thinking about is what's going to happen on that day. And you're like, it starts to go quicker. And then you're on that day and you're like, shit, what did I do in the past week?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that type of stuff. But
I want to tell you a funny story. One time I was psyched. I got invited. I was so excited when I started to get into like the digital marketing thing. And, we got a media pass to a huge event. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever. I was like, wow, we get it in there for free. We can network with all these like players and interview them. Oh my God. I put all my energy into being so excited about going. And we had some good interviews lined up, like big players that we were going to interview. So I was like, so excited that I glanced at the date of the event. So I had the video crew all ready. We truck out to New York City and we get to the event.
you told me about this. Yeah.
We get to the event and I just noticed that people are packing up. I'm looking around. I see people packing boxes and taking down their booths. I'm like, oh, maybe they're just here for a day and they're bouncing. And I ask around, I go, why are you guys packing up? What's going on? I just started to see everybody doing it. And they're like, yo, this is the last day. What? Wait, what? And I go, like, I look at my email. I think back then it was a BlackBerry. And I'm like, we're sitting there in New York City at an event that we got a press pass. We had all these interviews lined up. I'm like, all right, I look at the video guy or whatever. He's like, all right, let's go. It's go time. So I'm running around trying to find the people we were supposed to interview. We got a few interviews in, but man, I was so focused on, we were going to be meeting like legends in our industry, like legends. And I was young. I was a little intimidated. I was overly excited. And I was like, wow, this is great networking opportunity.
Yeah.
And I totally screwed up the actual date of the event. We went to the last day, halfway through when they were packing up. I thought it was the first day. I thought it was the first day. So I'm all like, we got the camera guy and he's like, anyways, but that affected me when I was like so excited about something.
Yeah, and
you got to center yourself and just kind of like, okay, make sure all my ducks are in a row,
Yeah.
details are looked at and stuff like that. And
Yeah, I found myself, you asked how my week went, and it was good. I got a lot done. I mean, we're in the early stages of this podcast, and a lot of my week was devoted to making sure that I had the good foundation. I was, making content, getting strategies in order. But I found myself constantly going back to, I can't wait until next whatever day,
Yeah.
But
something exciting on my end
yeah, I was gonna say, how was your week?
for this week is my biz dev guy who follows up on leads, nurtures leads, makes calls, gets me in front of people. He's got some personal goals that he'd like to hit. And I had a great conversation with him. He's like, I got these are the numbers I want to hit. And he's super motivated. And I'm just looking at my calendar going, yeah, he's motivated. Like,
Yeah, I've been noticing.
Back-to-back meetings, I don't even have there was a point where I was dying for a green tea at Starbucks, and I'm like, I don't even have time to stop.
I was gonna say I called you the other day. I was like, yo, like you're like running around like crazy.
Yeah. So I want to take full advantage of all of these, opportunities that he's setting me up with.
Yeah.
But literally, he has doubled in performance.
Wow.
Literally in a month.
See, we were talking about motivation the other day. It kind of ties into that. He has a situation that he wants to hit, that he wants to, whatever.
Yeah, he has a family, and he said to me, he goes, you know what? These are my goals. This is what's going on. This is what, is going on with one of my family members, and I really want to provide to another level. Mm-hmm. And not to get too personal, but I guess his daughter is in some type of program, and he wants to pay for that program to inspire her, and she's younger. And it's expensive. And he goes, hey, I got these goals. I want to hit these numbers. And he is performing. He's kicking some serious ass.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
And they're great. The meeting quality is higher too, I've noticed. Yeah, and he's getting me more decision makers. Because somebody might fill out a form on our website.
Well, do you think that that's just because it's like a lot more like coming in, like a bigger volume?
There's a lot of leads to manage. And what he does is he nurtures both inbound, email responses. He manages everything. If we work really well with an industry, one state over, we'll have him reach out cold to the same industry and say, hey, look at this case study that we did for this company. Mm-hmm. So I have something to show someone to entice them. But yeah, a crazy busy week. Yeah, no,
I feel that a lot of stuff is going on. It's nice to have a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? But we were talking about cars. I kind of want to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about, that's my jam right there.
Yeah, you're a BMW guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to always be a Mercedes guy. It's just, it's crazy. Like, I don't like I've always had a passion in cars. I've had many different passions, and one of them has always been vehicles. And I just, for some reason, this is probably people probably don't agree with me, but the design of these cars, I used to love like I mentioned before, the CLS 63, because it was like, I like bigger cars, and not like an SUV, but like a sedan that's like a boat with a badass engine.
Yeah.
But they just, I don't know. It just, they look too round, and they don't look as aggressive as the older cars did. And
the car designs are softening up. Absolutely. I don't prefer the softer designs, and it's all, based on who's going to buy the car. But for a certain section of the market that wants a certain look and feel of aggression, I'm seeing that get diminished. Like, for example, like the new DeLorean.
There's a new DeLorean?
Yes. So so there was different concepts. There was rumors, and there was designs getting put out.
Yet?
If you look up De Tomaso design DeLorean, that one is the one that got approved and pushed through, but there was a concept.
Is it all electric?
You should see the comments on Facebook and Instagram, dude. People are ripping that design apart.
Really?
Because look at one of the concepts before. If you look up D.E. Tomaso DeLorean design, you're complete badass vehicle.
Oh,
wait, yeah, there you go, bang.
Oh,
that looks like an exotic. That is beautiful.
That is
freaking. Yeah, that.
Wow.
Not that.
Yeah, obviously not. Wow.
You see that?
Is beautiful.
Yeah, one of our photographers.
It looks like a Lambo.
Dude, it's sick. It's sick.
Wow.
That car would have gotten sold out in 2 seconds. And that was designed by De Tomaso, and they did not go with this. And the car community is going effing crazy, pissed off, because people were going crazy, excited about that.
Imagine this car on the road. Wow. Do you know what the specs are on the new DeLorean? Because the old ones weren't that fast.
That's just sick. I wish they went with that. But anyways, if you look at the design that they went with, in my personal opinion,
God damn.
yeah, in my personal opinion, I just don't think it has that level of aggression that the brand deserves. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. Everybody is entitled to that opinion. I just don't like the design, as well as many other people are pissed off about that design. Now I know. Now, Sam, what did you say about the new Mustang?
Oh.
Dodge.
So they're going all electric.
All electric.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the Mach-E.
The Hellcat is
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
See, that's another thing.
And
Discontinuing the Hellcat.
Ready?
What the fuck?
They discontinued it, but they also they put the original sound as a speaker. It's a speaker in the car. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? Wait, I like electric cars. I love them. The Teslas are dope. The Model S is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Model X dope. The Lucid Air awesome. But like,
There's a place for
leave
them.
it to them.
There's a
Leave it to
place.
them.
Yeah, there's a
The
place for
Mach-E,
them.
the Mach-E. I know a lot of people like it, but that shit's gross. It's gross. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a Mustang. Those old red Mustang drop tops with the loud engine that, like the drag fucking cars. Like, I understand. I don't know how, like.
But like real gearheads want the gasoline. They want the combustion.
I will say though, the new, what car was it? The Challenger? No, the Hellcat.
The Hellcat they
Hellcat,
discontinued. That's crazy.
But,
and the Dodge Challenger they discontinued. All the muscle cars they got rid of.
But this new the Charger EV concept, or the Charger EV, it looks nice. It looks real nice. Like that as an electric car.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, it looks nice. And listen, they might have done it right. If they do it right, it'll be awesome. But like, you can't turn an American muscle car into an EV. Like, you have to do it right, or you can't do it at all. You know what I mean?
You know what made me freak out? I love Ferrari, and I heard rumors that Ferrari announced that they're going to go all electric.
Can they do
But here's the logic. I'm a big logic guy, and I'm not going to shit on anybody, whatever. But I'm a big logic guy. Logic drives my life. If it doesn't make sense, then it pisses me off. Like when you see a sign on the road that says no right on red, but there's no one intersecting, there's no danger, and it's like, why am I sitting here? There's no oncoming traffic, there's no danger. You're sitting there watching tumbleweeds go by, and a pigeon lands on your hood. You're like, I've been here for 20 minutes because I can't fucking go right on red. So anyways, I'm a big logic guy. If it doesn't make sense, it fucking pisses me off.
But
So anyways,
at the same time, you got to understand that those companies are trying to please
Yes.
the new generation of vehicles.
but I'm going to drop some Andy G logic here. Not
That's
everybody.
That's another clip.
Not everybody is driving a Ferrari. Let's take the portion of the society driving Ferraris. Let's take that portion, that small portion that are driving Ferraris. Is it really going to impact things by making those cars electric? You can make an electric version, but to announce that you're going to go all electric, your pedigree, your history, your lineage is all combustion engines with your racing history and all of that basically going out the window. Logically, me personally, I don't understand the benefit to that. Make an electric vehicle, but don't completely throw out the combustion engine. I disagree with that 100%. What do you think?
Yeah, we can go back and forth about the benefits because, I mean,
There's no logic.
There's no logic in, there's a big
It's
discussion
crazy.
about if, EV vehicles are more efficient for the ecosystem, or if like, it doesn't matter. If you go behind, in the back end where how they get the resource to make these batteries to then power them, it's pretty much, I mean, it equalizes, right? I believe I saw diagram of this, and hybrids were actually the most efficient. But but to go back to what you were saying, so Ferrari will launch its first electric model in 2025, one of the 15 new models between 2023 and 2026. So are they going full electric? I don't think so.
I hang out with a bunch of car guys, and I believe I must have read it, and you never know if it's bullshit. So I apologize if I'm wrong, but I heard that there was an announcement that Ferrari's going to go all electric. But I can't imagine that.
I can't imagine that.
Maybe it's a rumor. Maybe it's a rumor, and I apologize.
Just a rumor.
I don't know.
But what was I gonna say? I think it's just rumor. We need like a Jamie. One of you guys need to be like a Jamie. Once we get monitors up in here, we're gonna we
need someone that's like referencing news information
to
verify.
Yeah.
We'll get a couple more.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. But but no, I mean at the same time, think about it. Like devil's advocate to what you're saying. An electric Ferrari would be kind of sick as long as they don't make that fake noise out of the speakers. Like an electric Ferrari would be pretty.
I have a neighbor that has an electric vehicle and it sounds like a spaceship. It's like
it sounds dope, dude. When we were driving that Model X, dude, just
let me perform. Hold on. That's what it sounds like.
Sounds pretty dope.
But it's coming out of a speaker. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Or the other one that goes.
Oh yeah. Wait, what is that? I think that's lucid air. I don't know honestly, but so I've been looking for a different car, and I'm fucking indecisive. I'm very indecisive when it comes to something like this, right? Food and whatever, all that shit.
M4.
I know. But listen, at the same time though. Those Model S's are nice. They're really nice. I like Tesla.
Teslas are cool, but
no, we're going with the M4. But I don't know. I like the new Teslas. They're fucking awesome. They're fast as shit. Yo, us driving that Model X.
Oh my god. Hey, we were in Orlando.
Yeah.
And we were running some meetings, visiting some potential clients, talking about projects, and we rented a Model X.
Yeah, it was a 2020 performance Model X. I'm not sure, but it was
that thing moved.
Yeah.
That thing moved.
Every time someone would come up to us and like a nice car would be driving, you had to just kind of show them what's good.
And that was like a Nana SUV. It was like a grandma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they're badass. They're badass.
It was almost like between a van, like a minivan and an SUV.
This is the thing about those electric engines. This is the thing. In combustion engines, they're fast. You can get them really fast, but they have gears. So you go, and then you stop, and then you go.
You get instant torque.
But when you're in an electric vehicle that's really fucking fast,
instant torque.
You press on it, and then your body is naturally expecting you to have that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you're like,
then you
get pinned to the
punched.
seat.
You get punched, and it's nonstop. And then you look down, and it says 150, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, I don't know. Listen, I'm a car guy, right? But am I an extremist on combustion or electric? No. Maybe it's because I'm a little younger and I grew up in the generation where electric cars are very common.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like both. Listen, I mean, I want to get my parents a nice, classic vehicle like a Corvette 69 Stingray or something like that, because they love that car and I would benefit from them having that car. But then at the same time, it's like these new cars coming out, these electric cars are so nice.
BMW just announced that I'm pretty sure that they're not going to be doing the V12 anymore in the 760.
760, yeah.
So that's
I
think 2022 is the last one.
I mean, I'm not going to make any predictions. This is not a rumor that I've heard, but I mean, I can't imagine. What if they had an electric 760? That would be a direct competitor. 70. That would be a direct competitor to the Lucid Air, which is a really nice car.
Oh, that just hurt. Like my daily driver is a BMW 760. That's what I drive. 2 appointments.
Yeah,
I
that
go
thing's
out.
dope.
I run meetings in that vehicle, and I love it. It moves. It's like the documentary or whatever it was on CNBC about BMW, and they said their vehicles are like an athlete in a suit. It's a luxurious, beautiful vehicle that has that like executive look and feel, but it's it's like a muscle car.
Yeah.
It moves.
Yeah, I mean that thing is pretty dope. It is a really dope car. The new one that they came out with, the last V12 that they came out with is really cool, but that car, like, is that car, the new one, is that car made for the driver or is it made for the passenger? Because in the back seat you got this massive TV and you got
There's like limo companies and transportation companies that just use those for more of like higher end clients.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but at the same time, driving it is fucking amazing too. You know, the driver gets a lot of benefits from it too. So I guess it's both. Where the new Maybach, the big 4x4, whatever it's called, the Maybach G, I think it is. I'm not sure. But that thing, I feel that's totally made for the passenger. The back seat is like a fucking sofa. You sit back and the top drops down. It's so dope. All I think about is with DJ Khaled in the back.
Oh yeah,
God, dude.
We the best.
We the best. No, but what was I saying? I don't know. Lucid Air. Have you ever seen them before?
No.
They're really dope. Here, I'll pull them up. They're a really dope car. So they're a direct competitor to Tesla, but they're essentially like Tesla. Imagine the Tesla being like a luxurious, economical option.
What's the price point of this?
They're expensive. They're really expensive. The lowest one is 80,000, and then they go all the way up to around
Who makes
200,000. Lucid Air. I don't know who owns
its
them.
own brand?
I think so. I'm not positive, but yeah, check this out. I mean, they're a really dope car. Grand Touring 154. I mean, they're expensive, but they're really nice, and they're direct competitor to Tesla.
Wow.
I was checking these things out. They're very, very nice. I mean, you don't see these often. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about when I say I'm a fan of some of the newer electric vehicles. Like this is like
It is an exotic. I can't remember the name. That's all electric, and you have to like put a special order in for it. But it like looks like a McLaren.
Really.
It's all electric. It's crazy. It looks nice.
Yeah, I wonder how fast it is. Actually, the Tesla's coming out with that Roadster.
Oh yeah.
That thing's gonna be insane when they come out with it. But yeah, I love cars.
So, in respect to like the vehicles changing, do you see what I see with not only like the engine going from combustion to electric, but are you also seeing like the designs being softened? the softer designs, like the whole thing.
I mean, yeah, like that's what I was saying earlier about the new designs that Mercedes did. I mean, they're nice, but okay, look at the GT63, I think. You know what I'm talking about? The GT63? The thing is that, you know, it has that wing, which is dope, but it just, I don't know, dude. Like, look at the headlights are tiny. Like, the back end looks really nice. I don't know. It's just, but then when you look at like just that just looks mean.
Oh, that's the older one.
This is the old one. I mean, I don't think
yeah.
this is but I mean, it looks mean and it sounds like a fucking beast, and it just, you know what I mean? I agree when you say that the looks of these new cars have gotten a little softer, and I'm not really sure why. I wonder what people have. I'd be curious to look into what people have to say about it, and the new grills for the new M series too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that.
Do you like that? What is it called? The something.
It's unique. It's different. I'm just so programmed to appreciate the traditional kidney grill.
The thing
that's just my preference. But you know, it's different.
The thing that I think the reason why I was never the biggest fan of BMW was because I felt like all of them looked the same, like no matter what car it was. They all looked very similar. Obviously, someone who's a big BMW fan is going to completely disagree. But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they all looked very similar. It's just, you know, like you have the 2 or whatever, 1 or the 3 series, and then you got the 7 series. And it just, I feel like the only thing is that they just got bigger.
Well, there was a point with the M5 or the 5 series, it was confusing me when they first came out. I'm like, is that a 7? I almost thought it was a 7. So I'm like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's kind of bigger. Oh, wait, no, it's not a 7, it's a 5.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like BMW across the board. I think that their designs are unique. They grow on you. It's just that grill's a little bit different.
It's a little different, but so the thing that I've noticed with that grill is that people like it in person, but they don't like when they look at a picture of it. One thing that I loved that BMW did was that 8 series. That thing looks
Yes.
sick.
Yes,
It looks so nice.
I brought my car in for service, and they give you a loaner, and they gave me an 8 Series as a loaner, and
Yeah.
I can tell you I am spoiled with the room in my 7 Series. Like in my 7 Series, it's like there's room in there, you know, you can stretch out, whatever. And in the 8 Series, it's more like a pure sports car, and I'm I'm just 6 feet tall. I'm not too tall, but you know, I got some legs, and I was literally, my legs were hitting the doors.
Yeah.
So it was a little too compact.
It was
for
like
me.
narrow.
Kinda, yeah. I'm just so spoiled.
Well, yeah, the 7 Series is. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a
So
boat.
I had to kind of get used to that when they loaned that to me when my car was in for service, and I was like, oh wow. But the car it moved.
That thing's like a baller's car. That 760.
Hmm.
It's really dope. So you got any plans for this weekend? Any big things
This
going
weekend, me and my son are going to one of the Comic-Cons
on? Oh,
happening in Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah.
Those happen a lot.
So we went to the one in Boston. My son likes that stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't mind it either. I actually found a comic book that I always wanted since I was a kid. And the guy that did the artwork on the front was there doing autographs. But I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I don't have that comic. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I ran around trying to find a copy and literally found a copy, got it signed by him, got a picture with him. And I just, you know, it's one of the things I experienced. But it was Wolverine #1 in the series from 1988, I think. Or no. It was like 82.
Yeah.
It was when Wolverine did a solo comic. It was a short series of 4 comic books. And as a kid, you know, I wanted that comic book. I never had it, and I always wanted it. So I was like, hey, I'm going to fulfill something I wanted as a kid, and I'm going to get it signed by the artist. That was fun.
That's pretty cool. I've never really gotten into comics that much. You like older comics and
When
stuff like that.
I was 13, 14, 15, I was really into comic books, and I was getting like, you know, the Venom comic books. I remember when Venom #1 came out, and my thing was specialty comic books. I wouldn't just like get every single one. I would get the ones that had like a unique foil cover, or that was a limited series, or something I knew that was special. I would add to my collection.
Did you ever keep any of them? And
Yeah, I got a bunch at my mom's house somewhere in the basement.
Dude,
hopefully mice didn't get to it, or, you know, I don't know.
that reminds me, dude. My thing when I was younger was Pokemon cards, right?
Yep.
So I probably already told you the story. Maybe I didn't get really too into it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so ready? So I had a massive collection of Pokemon
Crazy.
cards.
The story's
Massive.
nuts.
And my favorite card throughout that collection was a Charmander. And, you know, I had a couple of them, and I've had them since I was really young, and I kept them in pristine condition. I had a binder. I would keep them in with the card holders, and I would just collect them. I would never even I would never do anything with them. I would just collect them. I liked having them. And I lost track of Pokemon naturally. And like a year ago, a couple months ago, however long that was, they started to trend. Logan Paul came out and he started selling his, and he jacked up the price, and all of a sudden these are now reselling for ridiculous numbers. Like I think one was selling for $300,000, and I was thinking to myself, like, I have a couple of those. Are they first edition? I have no idea, but I have multiple of them. And they're not there. They're not there anymore. And I have no idea where they went. And so it was funny. I was asking like neighbors with younger kids and stuff, like maybe my mom gave them away, not thinking. And I don't blame her for that. You know, she wants to give them to kids because they're into Pokemon, whatever. And so I'm literally calling my mom's friends and my neighbors. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Where are my Pokemon cards? Like I was trying to figure out different.
But did you have like 3 of them?
I don't know. I at least had 2 Charmander. I don't know. I'm not sure how many I had, but I had some. And
Wow.
And I still to this day have not been able to find them. And I'm not going to stick on it. I don't care. But that's just one of those things where it's like,
Crazy.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
I got a friend who's kind of a funny story. I got a friend whose girlfriend was into or not. My friend's into Bitcoin, and he told his girlfriend, just buy one Bitcoin. This was back when Bitcoin was at $300, $400. He's like, just buy one Bitcoin. He's like, if it goes down, I'll buy it from you for what you bought it. So she was like, yeah, I'll buy a Bitcoin. And he's like, good, put it away. And she's like, okay, I bought it. So then Bitcoin hits like 26,000. What I think the first thing was it hit 20,000. And he was like, you bought that Bitcoin, right? She's like, yeah. So then it kept going up. And then it hits like 50,000, 60,000. And he was like, you got that Bitcoin, right? He's like, can I see it? Just story after story after story. Come to find out, she never fucking bought it. She promised that she did. He goes, trust me, put it away for your retirement. Trust me on this. And she's like, I did. And I go, how do you know? I said to him, he's one of my buddies. I was like, dude, how do you know she's not, pulling your leg? And he's like, you calling my girlfriend a liar? I'm like, dude, hold on. He like got all offended. He's like, you calling my girlfriend a liar? I go, dude, this is me and you talking privately. How do you know she bought it? Like, just double check, dude, because it's flying up in price. Come to find out, she never did. Holy fucking shit. Insane. Yeah. It was like this whole thing where she promised she did. And he's like, all right, hey, now you got a little nest egg. But anyways, but yeah, this was a good chat.
Yeah, I want to share one story.
Oh yeah, good.
So that reminds me of a story. So a couple of, me and a couple friends, we each put in a long time ago. I can't remember what year it was. We put in a couple $100 each into a couple different, cryptos. We were just like messing around. It was like, oh, it's a new thing. Like whatever. We have a couple, we have some money that we could throw into it, and we threw money into like Aux and Ethereum and a couple other small coins. Back then, they were worth like nothing.
Yeah.
And we forgot about it. We left it. We forgot about it. And they ended up blowing up. And then we were talking in the midst of conversation. I was like, yo, like, didn't we do that? Like, where's the key to that? And we completely lost it.
There are a ton of stories like that where people lost the keys, or it got thrown out, or is on a hard drive, cold storage, whatever. It's gone.
We should get into crypto in another episode. That could be a story.
Yeah.
I don't know if.
Oh, dude. But I'll be careful.
Yeah.
I got quite the story for everybody, but we'll make an episode out of it. This episode is more of our natural conversations, the shit we talk about.
Yeah.
We'll create a whole playlist of
it'll be like every other two, whatever.
We'll just do our whatever, shooting the shit. If you want to call it shooting the shit, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll
think of something, but like we always say, thank you for watching.
Awesome. Hey, thanks guys for watching.
Peace.